welcome everybody to the Garden State. EA Sports coverage of the NFL finds us at MetLife Stadium in East Rutherford, New Jersey. This is the scene just before we came on air. This New York crowd fired up by the arrival of their G-men as they burst from the locker room. They're ready to go as the Giants get set to match up with the Philadelphia Eagles. Fielded just outside the goal line. And it's a pretty good return here as he'll get this up to the 29. Play clock down to 0, and this is not the way to start a drive. He didn't seem in a rush. I guess they just didn't know where the play clock was.
I think you're right about that because there was no hurried movements there, right? No up-tempo at all. Clock just ran out. I think he was as surprised as maybe his bench was.
The delay of game backs him up 5, 1st and 15. Throwing Jones. It's hauled in by Shepard. And this one goes nowhere. Losing yardage back at the 22. It'll go as a loss of 3 right away, and it's second down. Jones fakes the give to Barkley. This one goes out wide for Barkley. And he'll have this past the 30 prior to going out of bounds. They get 11 back on that one. It leads to third down.
So they give up the completion there. But defensively, Charles, you're going up against a quarterback here who's had some moments, but really a lot of ups and downs in the early part of his career. What's the plan against a guy like this?
Well, you want to rattle him first and foremost. Bring some people at him, a couple extra guys in the pocket, see if he can handle it. The second thing, you want to make him think. Show him one look, go to another, disguise a few things, make him throw into what you call your defensive traps, and try to make some good plays on the ball and get a few takeaways.
On fourth down, here's Jamie Gillen on to punt. And this is away. It's a high kick, and he got all of it. And that one hits a little too close to the goal line, and it continues into the end zone for a touchback. Hurts and the Eagles come up here 1st and 10 at the 20. And he'll go down at the 26 following a gain of 6. Decided to hand it off that time on the run-pass option.
Appeared to be an easy decision. Just gave it inside. Nice steady gain.
Second down, back to Sanders. Only a couple there as he'll be brought down about the 28.
But not much on that run, Charles.
No, that's exactly the way to execute a run blitz there. They guessed correctly that they would move the ball on the ground, honed in on it, and stopped them. Mark that down for a win in the defense's column.
Sliding out of the pocket. Going deep here for Watkins. And the defense loses him. It's complete. Touchdown, Philadelphia. Quez Watkins, his 4th touchdown on the year. And the Eagles have taken the early lead. Elliott good with a PAT. And it's now a 7-0 game. Now after the touchdown, here's Elliott on to kick it away. Taken at the goal line. Now a crease here as he's past the 30. And pretty good field position here. He's out of bounds right at the 35. The Giants offense at the line, ready to begin their next drive. And, you know, it's certainly a lot of football left to play. We're not into December yet, but right now where we stand, they're in first place in their division, looking really good and looking to be a threat come January.
And are you one of those early holiday shoppers, partner? Are you one of those guys get your list done? Because I think about what every team has on their holiday shopping list right now. What's the number one goal? Make the playoffs. Number two, win your division. Number three, and I think the biggest goal of all, try to get the number one seed so you get that first round bye and ensure you don't have to go anywhere in January and hopefully get to the Super Bowl that way.
Now Jones. Into double coverage, and it's intercepted. Picked up by the former Giant, James Bradbury. And the Eagles are going to have the football here at their own 35-yard line.
Well, they didn't exactly show patience there, did they? Just down a score, they come out firing right away and compound things by throwing an interception. They put their defense in a really tough spot.
Hurts throw taken in by Watkins here.
Ooh, with a juke. And he just falls short down at the 1-yard line. A big play there on the catch and run.
Well, partner, I'm not sure how this drive's going to end, but how about the way they flip field position there? A nice attacking play. They picked up a heck of a chunk of yardage.
On the run, it's Smith. And he is into the end zone. Touchdown, Philadelphia. A great play there. His third touchdown now on the year. And the Eagles are able to strike quickly to add on to their lead. Elliott good on the extra point, and that'll make the score 14-0. Now after the touchdown, here's Elliott on to kick it away.
This fielded right at the goal line. And makes it across the 20 as his guys will set up shop at the 23-yard line.
The Giants offense at the line, ready to begin their next drive. They've shown precious little here offensively thus far as they try again with a first down now. And he'll take this ahead for about 4. Second down coming up. The run got 4. Now they deal with a 2nd and 6. Eluding the pressure right. They'll get this out to Barkley complete. And they've got it well across midfield down to the 40 before it's all said and done. A big connection on that one. 33 yards. So the big play moves him all the way across midfield to the 40 now for 1st and 10. He's taken down inside the 30. Add the gain here to the previous play, and it's better than 40 yards total.
Now Jones is going to bat this forward on the jet sweep.
Defensively here, you're facing a top 5 team in terms of points scored in the NFL. So when they're that high powered, you've got to find a way to hold them under 20, because to me, that's the magic number. 20-point score gives yourself you give yourself your best chance to win.
So if they're up around 24, 28, 30, they could be in some trouble.
And I think so, because then you turn it into a shootout, and that means your offense has to keep pace.
Flushed out right. And he'll go out of bounds in the red zone just inside the 20. The last drive, remember, similar situation. He forced a ball into coverage through the pick. He learned better there.
Yeah, similar to a golfer that's confronted with a shot that you just can't make. Sometimes you have to take your medicine, as they say, right? Just pull it down, take off, and go. Don't make something worse than what it was.
It's a 6-yard pickup, and it gets them to 2nd and 4. Now, look, that wasn't a huge gain, but those are the types of carries I think they were missing in their loss last week. They couldn't get him going on the ground.
Did you get the same feeling I did during our meetings, that they kind of regretted that he didn't touch the ball?
Absolutely.
You know, hey, he should have touched him more last week. They weren't going to make that same mistake, and they've taken care of that early.
And now they're inside the 10 as he's brought down at the 9. So just 3 yards on the completion there. And all of a sudden here, it's 3rd down. A give to the fullback on the dive. And he picks up the first as he's able to take it down to the 7-yard line. They'll try and run for it with Barkley. And he will take it on in for a giant touchdown. Saquon Barkley with his 16th touchdown of the year. And the Giants have got it back to a 1-score game. Extra point try good by Gano. And they'll cut the lead down to a touchdown. Gano now following the touchdown here to kick it away. The Eagles offense set to begin their next drive. Now, right now, they're saying, hey, let's keep this going. 2 drives, 2 touchdowns.
Yeah, can't ask for a better start than that, can you? I mean, this is the way you practice it. This is the way you rehearse it. But right now, the play calling, they're locked in really well.
On 1st and 10, it's Hurts.
And he wisely will throw that one away. Got out of the pocket. Didn't look like he had anybody open, Charles, so just gets rid of it.
And a good play by him. If no one's open and you don't have a running lane that you want to take, make the right choice. Get rid of it. Live to fight another down.
It's a 2nd down run with Sanders. And this one goes nowhere. Losing yardage back at the 22. Through 1 quarter, 14-7 our score. And 5 in the secondary now for the Giants on 3rd down.
Here's Hurts to throw. Setting up the screen with Gainwell.
And he's going to come up a bit short. He needed to get to the 35 for the first, but he only makes it to the 34. They do get 12, but they'll be marked short. And that leads to a 4th down.
Hunter, nice swatter on a punt as he sends this one away.
And now on 4th and 1, it's a fake. And the gamble pays off. They get the first. A big breakdown defensively there on the fake punt. Turns into a huge play and a 1st down.
Hurts a handoff to Sanders.
And brought down, but not before they're inside the 25.
We both know it's difficult, but they've made it look effortless out there. Through the air, on the ground, they've moved the ball with relative ease.
They'll run. It's Sanders. And a good run as he manages 7 yards down to the 17.
And there we saw one of the downsides of blitzing during a rundown, because sometimes you get out of your gaps. You don't fit the run quite as well because you're headed towards the ball carrier with abandon.
On 2nd down, it's Sanders. And he'll go down here at the 12-yard line.
I hope we give enough respect to the big guys up front, because they have been getting it done on this drive. The holes have been large, and they've been barreling through them, picking up 1st downs.
Off the play fake, here's Hurts.
And a quick throw here, that's complete. 3 yards the gain there, 2nd down.
It's vitally important to wrap him up immediately, because if you let that big guy get a head of steam up, boy, then you've got real trouble trying to get him down.
But they're able to hold him to a short gain on 1st down. Now a carry for Sanders. And he maneuvers his way down to the 3-yard line. 9th play coming up here on this drive. This is 3rd and a yard.
They'll try and run for it with Sanders. And looking for a lane, but none to be found for Sanders as they stop him short of the line to gain. Nothing doing on that one, and it'll be 4th down. His 3rd touchdown now on the year. And the Eagles add 6 to their lead. Elliott good with a PAT. And it's now 21-7. Now after the touchdown, here's Elliott on to kick it away. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback. The Giants offense at the line, ready to begin their next drive. After the long touchdown drive we just saw, you wonder if maybe that's taken a little of the wind out of this offensive sails because they had it going pretty good last time too. They hit and the ball pops free. And it's picked up by the Eagles. Obviously, you got to hold on to the football, but I've got to give credit to the defense there. Good job of knocking it free.
Yeah, because a lot of the time we just blame the offensive players for not taking care of it. How about the effort of the defensive players knowing that guys are going to, and if they're good, anticipate the contact coming and try and cover up the football. And they still find ways to knock it free.
So from the 17 now, here's a 1st and 10. Hurts sets up to throw it. He'll find Gainwell out of the backfield. A nice little screen. They get 6 on 1st down.
With all the success they've had throwing the football as a pass rusher, you know you've got to come hard when you see him drop back to throw. So I really like this call to counteract that pass rush with a screen. It turns into positive yardage. A lot of times the offense says, just replace the rusher with the ball, and it turns into a good play.
And the Eagles are going to have a 1st and goal as he's inside the 10, down to the 7-yard line. They got the ball in great field position after the fumble, but this defense tried to stand tall.
They certainly are, and a lot of times after you pick up a fumble or get an interception, you have momentum on your side. You kind of walk through a defense and score.
Touchdown! That's caught at the 1. Quez Watkins with his 2nd touchdown of the game and 5th on the year. And the Eagles add on to their lead. Now he's having a nice little first half here, partner.
And it's a first half that leaves us anticipating what can still come. I mean, 2 touchdowns already here through the 2nd quarter. There could be plenty more before this game is over.
Elliott good on the extra point, and the lead now to 3 touchdowns at 21. Now after the touchdown, here's Elliott on to kick it away. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line. The Giants offense at the line, ready to begin their next drive. And last time, not only the turnover, but that turned into 6 points. They got to make up for that here.
You always hear about empty possessions, but some are worse than others. You can have an empty possession, punt the ball away, get yourself set to play defense, but when you turn it over, it changes momentum, and when they take it downfield and punch it in on you, that's a bad possession all the way around.
Yeah, but you're hungry to get back out there, aren't you?
You better be, because otherwise it's going to be a long day for you.
And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. 2 minutes remaining in this first half of football.
Come on now, let's go.
A reminder, once we hit halftime, as we do all season, we'll send it down to Jonathan Coachman in Orlando. He'll have all the stats and scores from games in progress around the NFL.
The best multitasker in the business, the coach.
And he'll be out just a yard or two shy of the 30. Line of scrimmage, the 31 now on 1st and 10.
Jones is going to put it in the hands of Barkley on the option.
On the tackle, it was the West Virginia man, Kaiser White. The last run got 3. Now here's 2nd and 7. And he'll take this down just shy of the 25-yard line. The Eagles going to take the first of their timeouts as they'll head to the sideline and talk over what to do next. From the gun on 3rd down, Jones.
Man open, it's Tony. He's got it.
And they've got it inside the 10 at the 8. This is 1st and goal and a golden chance to get a score back here before halftime. From the gun, Jones. And it's caught. Touchdown. Saquon Barkley. His 2nd touchdown of the game, 17th on the year.
And the Giants get a late score here in the final minute of the first half.
Get on the extra point, and the lead will be cut down to 14. Gano now following the touchdown here to kick it away.
From a yard or two deep, here comes a return. And he returns this to the 22.
The Eagles offense set to begin their next drive.
And with a little under a minute to go, it's still time to try to put a drive together to add to their lead should they so choose.
And he will lose yardage on the play, back at his own 19-yard line. Despite the completion, they're going to wind up losing 3 there. 2nd down.
Hurts. And that'll be dumped off to Gainwell.
The Giants going to go ahead and use the first of their timeouts as they stop it with 28 seconds to go in the first half of play. Five in the secondary now for the Giants here on 3rd.
Throwing is Hurts.
He finds his tight end, Goddard. That's complete. And he will be marked down short of the first as they get to him at the 29. Now the Giants will use the 2nd of their 3 timeouts as it comes with 22 seconds to go here in half number 1. On is the punt team now as this one's sent away. And this will do the job nicely as that'll be out of bounds just inside the 10-yard line. So well done there. And these punters, they get more specialized and better each and every year, don't they?
They sure do. And now it's really not the American punters. It's the Australian punters with their kicking academies and that flat drop and just kind of kicking the nose of the foot.
Taking it right down Broadway. He's at the 30. 10, 5, and all the way in. Touchdown, New York. Darius Slayton in the final seconds of the first half.
And the Giants are able to cut into this lead in the final seconds of the first half.
Extra point try good by Gano. And that'll cut the lead down to a touchdown.
So 6 seconds, all that remains of this first half as the kick is away. And here comes a return from just beyond the goal line. And he'll be brought down at the 28-yard line, so the decision to bring it out of the end zone gets him 3 more. The Eagles offense set to begin their next drive. And they'll have time for 1 play. That's it. 3 seconds to go before intermission.
And they're just going to run it here up the middle. And he takes us up to the 40-yard line before being corralled. So we've reached halftime in a wild first half. We'll take a minute to catch our breath as we'll send you down the coast now to Orlando. That's where we find Jonathan Coachman ready with our EA Sports halftime report. Coach, so the Eagles with the lead, and they're going to get this football first as the third quarter gets underway. This taken in at the goal line. And he's up past the 20 to the 22-yard line. Hurts and the Eagles come up here 1st and 10 at their own 22. They'll try and start this drive in the air. And this is caught by Watkins. They'll contain him to just 4. 2nd down.
And we've seen him have success earlier on with the ball in his hands because he is a get it in space and make a play kind of a receiver. But that time, they closed on him quickly and held him to a short gain.
Rolling to his, and he can't find a receiver, and he's brought down. The defense rising to the challenge and setting him back on the sack. After the sack, they'll come up now 3rd and long.
Yeah, I wouldn't be surprised to see them run the ball here just to try and get some space.
Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. That's to his running back, Gainwell. And he's not going to sniff the first down here. He stopped at the 25. They get 13, but it's not nearly enough. And it'll be 4th down.
We can make this one pretty simple. Locked up all of his progressions downfield, forced to get it to his running back. But how about the way they ran to the football and knocked it down to force a 4th down?
An excellent return that time, 26 yards. And the Giants will begin this drive in good shape, 1st and 10. They'll try and get this run game going. This is Barkley, and he's going to get stopped up quickly. Give him a yard down to the 43. On 2nd and 9, Jones to Barkley on the check down. And he'll get it inside the 40 to the 39. They'll give him 4 yards there. And that'll lead here to a 3rd down. Back to throw. Jones escaping the pressure right. Open man right side is Tony. And he'll cross over out of bounds right at the 25. He's got the first down inside the 10. And he will score. Touchdown, Giants. Matt Breida, his 9th touchdown of the season. And the Giants are an extra point away from tying up this football game. Gano the extra point, and that will tie our game here in the 3rd. So a tie ball game here as the kick's away. From the 6. And he's up across the 25 and down at the 28. The Eagles offense set to begin their next drive. And their lead has evaporated in this 3rd quarter. It's tied once more as they begin with a 1st and 10. Sanders with a carry on 1st down as he picks his way forward for a gain of 5.
That's a really good gain right there. They pick up 5 yards halfway to a 1st down. The only problem now in the huddle, everyone's going to want to touch the football. Be a lot of chattering now because they've seen that they can move the line of scrimmage.
2nd down, back to Sanders.
54 yards rushing for him now as he's run it 11 times.
That's a good, nice, crisp run for a first down. I wonder if the defense might have been loosened up a little bit, maybe anticipating a pass instead of the run that they got.
On 1st and 10, it's Sanders. And he sneaks his way forward only for a couple here. 2nd down.
Typically, we think it's the strong safeties that are better tacklers, especially closer to the line of scrimmage amidst traffic. But in this case, how about the free safety coming up and making the big-time play?
Second and 8 coming up. Now they'll switch it up here and look to throw. And he's got his big tight end over the middle, complete. And he'll go down, but not before getting this inside the 30. A big play that time through the air. 30 yards. On 1st and 10, it's Gainwell. And he'll work this forward for about 3 at 2nd down.
Yeah, I don't know if it's exactly a win-win, but if you're on offense, you'll take that kind of a run, all right? It was kind of stacked up, found a little bit of yardage, and frankly, they're pretty close to staying on schedule on offense. The playbook is still open for the coordinator.
On 2nd down now, it's Sanders. And he's going to get this pretty close to the first down marker at the Giants' 19-yard line. A field goal would get him the lead, but that's not what they're shooting for as they come up on 3rd down. And he's going to have a first down here as he gets this one to the 17-yard line.
I think they like this drive a little bit better there, partner. Running game helping out, picking up some of the slack. Because remember, the last drive, they went 3 and out.
So from the 17 now, here's a 1st and 10. He'll look to throw. Flush to his right. And this is incomplete.
Had the right idea there, trying to throw it to the sideline, but he led him just a little bit too much, trying to get it out to his receiver. Ends up falling to the ground, incomplete.
3rd quarter, all tied up. This is 2nd and 10. He'll look to throw. And on the catch right side, this is Sanders. And they'll bring him down at the 13-yard line. 4 yards the gain, and it'll bring up a 3rd down.
Caught that look from you there, partner. I think we're on the same page on that one. Just his first catch. I think we both thought he'd be a little more active in the passing game. Let's see if that's the start of them trying to get the ball to him a little bit more here in the second half.
On 3rd down, he'll drop to throw. Eluding the pressure right. And once again, this is Sanders. And he takes it inside the 10 to the 8 before he's out of bounds. It'll be a gain of 5, and that's going to bring up a 4th down. Needing the tough yards, they run it with their fullback. And he gets the first down yardage he needs before he's brought down at the 6. They'll run with Sanders. And he's going to press this one forward as they stop him right around the 1. When we talk about being on schedule, I think they're on schedule after that run, getting it right down there on the doorstep.
Maybe even a little bit ahead, because now the defense can't dictate with pressure. They're guessing about where you're going to go.
And he's in. Touchdown, Eagles. Miles Sanders with touchdown number 12 on the year. And the Eagles have taken the lead. Elliott good with a PAT, and they will take a 7-point lead. after the touchdown. Here's Elliott on to kick it away. Taken at the goal line. And they'll get him down right around the 25, actually the 26 officially, so a net gain of 1 there. Giants offense at the line, ready to begin their next drive. And now, after the touchdown a moment ago, they work from behind in a 7-point game in this fourth quarter. Plenty of time on the clock. And they're able to get this one across the 35.
Well, partner, I know this type of running back. I mean, this size, this intensity usually gets better as the game goes on. And I can just tell you from experience, the first few quarters, oh, you're eager. You come running up there, I'm going to tackle this guy. By the fourth quarter, you're coming up and thinking about it.
And D-line wearing down fourth quarter. Yeah, that's not a guy they want to see consistently. Now left side on the swing pass. At his size, he's a smaller back. You can get him to football. He can kind of get lost, make someone miss. It's good for him.
Yeah, it's great for him. I like what you said there. Sometimes he gets lost in the traffic a little bit, but get him out in the open field into some space. That plays to his strengths the best and keeps him out of it where all the big boys are, you know, make him make someone miss in the open field.
Flushed out right. Now he'll let it go deep right side. That's caught inside the 20. And they'll have it in the red zone before he crosses over out of bounds. A big connection on that one. 37 yards. So the big play means just like that, they'll operate from the red zone now on first down. Jones with a handoff to Barkley. And they'll lose yardage here. Knocked back to the 19-yard line. He'll lose a yard there, and it's 2nd and 11.
There's no question that coming into this game, this defense was pretty vocal about its desire to take this running back out of his game. And all that pregame wolfing has turned into results.
On 2nd and 11 now. Jones escaping the pressure right. His throw caught right around the 6. And the Giants are going to be set up with a 1st and goal coming up as they get him down at the 6-yard line. Tell you what, he's been able to put the ball in some tight spots all game long. That throw, no different.
Yeah, a lot of people would call it a gutsy type of a throw. I think he looks at it as, I can do it, so it's not that big of a deal to me, and I'm going to keep firing.
2nd down and goal. Jones flush to his right. Toward the end zone, but that's going to wind up incomplete. A lot of tired bodies on that field, but this is a big play. 3rd and goal. Off the play fake. Jones. And it'll be intercepted. Picked off by Kaiser White. And the Eagles are going to have the football at their own 1-yard line.
Well, I tell you, you can't fault the pass protection here. He had all day to throw, and he just couldn't find anywhere to go with the football. And quarterbacks will tell you that after a while, they start getting antsy back there. So this is just a great job defensively to stay with these receivers as long as they did.
And he'll work this forward for about 3 at 2nd down. Got to figure now, after getting that turnover, they're just going to be happy to keep the ball on the ground, right?
This is where covering the football, taking care of the ball, all the ball security terms that have ever been used, they come into play for the guys on offense right now. Just take care of it, and they've got a good chance of ending up winning this game.
A 1-yard gain there following the 3-yard pickup on 1st down. One of the bigger plays in the game thus far, and the crowd getting into it as we come up on a big 3rd down. He'll get this one complete. That's A.J. Brown. And he is going to have an Eagles 1st down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion.
And that pickup of a 1st down, that's going to leave a mark because they really needed to stop them there, didn't they?
So frustrating. Defensively, you're a play away from getting that football back here down late. Tough.
Now they've got to find a way to create a turnover or takeaway. Otherwise, this one will probably get away from them. 2nd and 10 here. An interesting and intriguing decision there defensively because they kept extra DBs on the field despite seeing the multiple tight end look that came out for the offense.
I thought they were going to switch out of it. I didn't know if they felt they didn't have time or what the case was.
Well, in any event, the extra speed allowed for great penetration as they stuffed that one behind the line of scrimmage.
And this defense here going to burn their second timeout. But you can also factor in another timeout that they'll get when the clock stops at the 2-minute warning. The Eagles on third down. They've converted 3 times in 8 chances. This is 3rd and 7. Here comes Sanders on the toss right. And he'll be out of bounds across the 30-yard line. Now a timeout coming in here defensively as they stop it before the 2-minute warning with 2:09 to go in the game. Not totally home free yet, but it's looking good as they come up 1st and 10. They'll run with Sanders. And he is met quickly in the backfield. Down he goes, folded like a lawn chair. Officially, it's a 1-yard loss. That's going to bring up 2nd and 11. This one out quickly to Watkins. And he'll be upended at the 33 following a gain of 3. And guess what? It brings up 3rd down. They like going to him in the slot. He catches another one.
I think this comes under the heading of until they stop him, why not go back to it? He has something going really well. Great working relationship with the guy throwing the ball, and they keep making the connection.
Catches it left side. And he'll get this only to about the 38 as they stop him a few yards shy of the line to gain. Just a 5-yard pickup, but it leads to 4th down. The Eagles send out their punter now as he's on here to punt it away. And that is very well done there, as this will be marked out of bounds at the 5-yard line.
You hate to get the ball away here in the 4th quarter while you're just holding a slim lead, but that punt, absolutely ideal. They pin them inside the 5-yard line. They give their defense a really nice opportunity.
Being chased out left. Hit as he throws there, incomplete.
Oh, that's got to frustrate him a little bit because they nearly got to him there, and it would have been the first sack of the game. Instead, they're able to influence the release, and they did force the incomplete pass.
Now Jones. They'll roll him out right. Connects with Slayton, and he is out of bounds with the 1st down as the clock ticks inside of 30 seconds. To throw is Jones. He'll buy some time right. And that is caught on the right sideline, but out of bounds, says the line judge. The throw took him a little too far. It's 2nd down. A couple extra defensive backs out there in the dime, and because of that, really not many places to throw the football, if any.
And typically, what would you want to do against that dime?
Run the football.
You want to run the ball, but you can't do it in this situation. Not nearly enough time on the clock. You having to really navigate against a tough defense presented against you.
Eluding the pressure right. He's going to let it fly. Oh, Jones has just thrown his 3rd interception. Picked up by the former Giant, Landon Collins. And the Eagles have just about sewn up this football game. They exited the pocket trying to improvise. That was a tough throw, and unfortunately, it wound up in the wrong pair of hands.
And, Brandon, when you're on the run, sometimes your downfield vision can get skewed just a bit. Now, the beauty of extending a play is sometimes your receivers find their way open, but oftentimes you end up closing down part of the field and bringing those defenders to the ball. And that one was picked off.
So fly, Eagles, fly. It's a victory for Philadelphia, and they were spurred on by a strong performance in that fourth quarter as they held their opponents off the scoreboard.
Everyone wants to pitch a shutout for the entire game, but when you throw one in the fourth quarter, that tells everyone that you're getting stronger and dominance is starting to take over, right? The way that you close, the way that you finish, that gets preached to you from the time you're playing Little League football all the way up through. And they closed them out with a big-time performance down the stretch.
So for the Eagles, the win moves them a couple games over 500 now at 7-5. And they'll get another road date next week as their opponents will be the New York Jets. Meanwhile, for the Giants, we'll see how this affects their playoff standing as they fall to 7-4 now on the year. And they'll look to regroup next week as they head down to Miami to take on the Dolphins. Thanks for tuning in, everybody. Alongside Charles Davis, we thank our entire crew. I'm Brandon Gaudin. This is the NFL on EA Sports.